the next question that we had to do with a design, this particular design here, about first they wanted to know, where can you get this design? Well, it took me a little while to figure it out, but it was created by a lady named Julene, who does all her designs by hand. And she customizes these according to the information you give her. So she'll put in the place of birth, the baby's name, the birth date, the names of the parents, and pretty much customize it as you want. And she charges, I believe it's $159 for doing that. So I wrote to her and got a response this morning, and she indicated that anybody that would like to have one of these made can contact her. Let's see. I think I got a... I put her contact information here, but okay, $159, and it's JuleneHarrison@gmail.com is her email address, or her website is madebyjulene.bigcartel.com. So if you're interested in that, I told her I would send you to her for that. I also asked her if we could have permission to change her design into a cutting file and edit it, and she didn't know what I meant. So she's not real familiar with cutters, and I wouldn't blame her if she doesn't want to allow us to edit her design, because it's obviously a lot of great work that she put into creating the design. So what I thought I would do, rather than show you how to edit hers, is just start with some swirls and things, tags, labels that we can get right out of the Make the Cut gallery. If you go to the gallery, that's this tic-tac-toe looking icon, and you search for swirls, for example, you get about maybe I did swirl frame, not sure. There it is, swirl frame. So you can just download this. This is an SVG file. When you click on it, it comes right into your software. And this was another swirl design that I found there, this one right here. So I thought I'd show you some different, I'll just give you a kind of what I call eye candy. Let's look at the way that some of these designs have been made. And you can put together any shapes that you want with any kind of frame that you want. And Make the Cut makes it so easy to just select it all and weld it all together. You get all the pieces that you like, lay them on your mat, lay them so that they're slightly overlapping the next shape, select them all and weld, and it's amazing what you can come up with. Now most of these designs, I found them online by typing in paper cuts designs, images, and there's some lovely work out there. SAS Creations has done some SVG files of some of these, so those are available, and maybe Julene will agree to make some of hers available in SVG files. I don't know. I've written to her asking her for that option, and we'll see what she says. But meanwhile, most of these are done by hand. They're hand drawn and then used as templates on paper. So a lot of beautiful effects simply by, we can do them and make the cut simply by welding. Some software causes you to lose inside detail when you weld them together, but Make the Cut has advanced welding options built right in that makes it much easier to do this. I'm just going to show you a little bit with this frame, since it's one everybody can get for free in the Make the Cut gallery. First, I'm going to split this to make it a square instead of a rectangle. To split it, I'll do like what I did before with the eraser icon. I'll just hold down the shift key and drag the eraser across the line on both sides so I can split it. I'll select it all and use the split to split those pieces apart. And now I can click just on the bottom and arrow down with the control key until this part of the frame is at the bottom of the page. And now I have room for filling in the design. I used 4 of these little shapes, also from the gallery, a swirl, and just kind of overlapped them here. And again, you can overlap them as you like. You know, you can make your own frame. You can use basic shapes. You can find these. This shape was from a Wingding font. Posted in the gallery. So you can overlap them and then get all your pieces together. You could weld them now, but I do recommend that you kind of wait until you have all your pieces placed to decide how you want to weld them. The next thing that I grabbed was some banners, again from the Make the Cut gallery. I'll just copy those, Control C, and take them back to our swirl page, Control Shift V. And I like these because they have these inside pieces that would allow me to fit the names and things on them. I kind of like this one upside down and just maybe positioning it. You can resize and position it across the top for the name or birthplace. You can, I think they were saying birthplace on the top one of the original design, but it really could be a 3-part title sort of thing. And then this one, I thought I might, well, next I wanted to add a heart kind of to the middle. The other one had a heart, H-E, and just double click and make a heart for the center. I kind of like the idea of the original one here that had an inside heart right along with the outside one. To get that look, I go to Edit, Duplicate, Nested Duplicate. Only really need 2 with the gap of maybe a -1. Preview, maybe a 1.5. And accept. What I would do with this is select the outer 2 lines, holding the shift key, then join those. And then that gives me a heart inside to use with the name. You can make it as big or as small as you like. I like to just overlap it with the edge of the tag there. And then I can add another tag here, resize it. It can be big or small, it can be rotated as you like. And I'm just arranging these so that they fit. Then I took these other two tags and I thought I'd use these for the parents' names. And again, just overlapping slightly. So I might want to move these up a little bit. Now you could add all kinds of embellishments. I was looking around in the gallery and I found all kinds of things baby. So this is baby things. This is a baby shower. You can select whatever you want, resize, add it where you want. We have stars and hearts in the basic shapes. So you could, there's storks and rattles and flowers and all kinds of options, so you could make this your own. So you can resize everything according to your needs and your taste. Again, you can line up the centers of objects with the pluses that you see in the middle of this. And then you can overlap these the way you want them to be. If you don't want them quite so big, you can select the pieces you want to resize, and once you have them the way you like them, and everything's overlapped nicely, you can place them where you like. And then I remove the, I think I want to make these kind of meet in the middle. Helps to get both inside and outside pieces. To put the custom names in, I would save the names for last, but I would also select the nameplates, holding shift and dragging them away here, because they'll help me to curve the text in a custom manner. Get the letters to fit those, and then I can take the letters over and join them to the little flags. So we have place for the birth date, and now what I'll do before I weld is take these flags and join them to give a little bit of character to the shape. This one is not hanging over very well. So I want to make it overlap a little bit. So these pieces that are left, I'm holding shift, I'm going to join those so I see where the white spaces are. And I don't think I need these white spaces here, so I'm going to delete them. And join these. So they have a little character, but the names of the parents will go in these spots. The names of the birth date can go in here in the time, and the birthplace, and then the name can go in the middle here. So once I have all of these layered the way that I want, I can select them all and weld. Pretty nice. So you see how these pieces, I'm not going to move them over right now, but these pieces give me the option now to add the names, the custom names, and I might want to just leave this as is until I'm ready to add the names. And I could duplicate these shapes, but I'll say, for example, I'll add the name of my most recent granddaughter, who is Emily Dawn Airy, and accept us. Now this will go into the middle of the heart. And since I will be welding all of these letters to the middle and I don't want them to fall out, I want to make sure that they are stencil letters. So I'll zoom in a little bit, make sure that there's no insides. You see the A has an inside, and so does the A down here, but other than that I don't really have to clean up any of those. So I'm going to click on the eraser tool and make my eraser, well, I've got it 1 millimeter, that probably should be enough. I'll just hold the control key and drag that eraser up the left side of the letter to make it a stencil. And I might want to, oops, I didn't want to do that, might want to select this and move it up closer and zoom out. Select all of these and just put them up here. And I'm going to position this to make sure that it's not going to run into the name. Yeah, it's okay. So when I select all of this design and just click on join, then the name appears in the middle of the design. So that's what I want to do with all of the different information that I'm going to put in these. Of course, I wouldn't want to join it if this were my only template. I would want to, I'm going to do a control and control Z and make a copy of that basic template before I put a name in it, because you can't undo it once you save it and you open it up again to put another name in there. So now if I wanted to, let's just I'll just put a name of a city right in here and show you how I would shape the name, the letters to that. So let's just go to San Diego, California. That's where she was born. So I have all of these letters that I would like to fit in those 3 blocks for where she was born. Well, first of all, they're too high. They might fit widthwise, but they're going to need to be squished a little. So I'll take just the first set, hold the control and drag over that shape. I don't want it to go around, and I don't want it warped. Really just want it to fit inside, so I'll change the vertical alignment. Until it's, and you can use the arrow key to do a fine tweak, get it centered. It's really being aligned to that top line. And once you get it, you can accept. And then Diego, and I probably would, before I do this, I'll make sure that I make these a stencil. So on that O, I might want to just split it so it's a stencil. On the A, I want to split. Not getting very precise with such zoomed out, so zooming in to do the O, I might just continue that out. And the A, like I did before. And all the rest are okay. So now I'll drag this one right over the center and get the offset so that the letters are lined up pretty well. Vertical alignment's pretty good already. I want to make sure all the letters are inside and accept. And do the same thing here. So now I can join these, and you can see the letters are all inside their little tabs, and I could bring them over here, but really I don't want to join them. I want to just remove the letters over to their place on the tags here. And I know they fit because these shapes were the same as these. So once I get them in position, then, and I get all the other text. I'm not going to do it all for you tonight, just I wanted to give you an idea of how I would customize these. I would just select all of those plus all of this and join. So now I have custom cutouts here, and I would do the same for the birth date and time, the parents' names, and any other information that you would like to add. And then you could weld little shapes in the empty spaces if you like, little baby icons and things. I would probably clean this up down here a little. It's going to cut a little strange. You could, if you wanted to fix it, I would probably undo quite a bit, or I could just use the inverse eraser and hold the control key to erase, to fill in places that need to be filled in, maybe with a 3mm eraser, so I could get rid of the empty spots. Other ways to clean this up, but just making quick adjustments for right now. You can fix things that you might not like. So, do we have any questions about that process?
Well, you handled the one, Leslie pointed out that you had some unneeded spaces and stuff at the bottom caused by the join, but that's what you were just trying to fix up.
Right.
Then she also had, so when I take over the screen, I'll show it. She also shared a picture of something similar that she did by Allison somebody or other, I guess. I missed the name, but anyway, so I'll show that. So she just wanted. Actually, she posted, and started a new thread on the forum. So for those of you who have access, you can go ahead and see it before I even get my screen back. But no other questions.
What you add and what you like is all dependent on your taste, and playing with basic shapes means that you don't really have to be the artist that these other paper artists are, you know, in drawing. You don't have to draw, but if there is a shape that you like, you can add it here. So if you want to hang a star, you can hang a star. If you want to hang a heart or a bottle, we have all these different things that you could work with, spoons and bottles and pacifiers and charms. This is what I did just for my personal. I put all Emily's information in this heart in this design that she had, and I just drew lines the shape that I wanted the text to be and wrapped the text to the lines. But this would not be something that I would encourage you to do, since it is a copywritten design. But over here you can see how this can be customized with the same kind of things dangling, and just as long as they're overlapping something, you can put whatever you want.